Shravan Sute Dev Pranamam Haripriye Panchakalpatarabhya Kripa Sindhabhyeva Cha Pattanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gauri Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Mukam Garati Vachalam Pangam Langayate Grimit Kripatam Shikrandanataranam Paramanam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So today the topic third session of why bad things happen to good people. Basically, we are all from the spiritual world, Krishna Loka, Vaikuntha, and we expressed our envy. We want to enjoy independent of Krishna. When we realized it was not possible, we developed envy, jealousy, then we fell down to the material world and we are caught by Maya, material energy, three modes of material nature. So we are caught by Maya, and Maya has these three ropes: Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, and Tamaguna. So one day we get up, we feel very good, and we want to help others. We want to be spiritual. We want to be free from sinful activity. Another day we get up. First day we get up, we are very enthusiastic. We want to go to temples. We want to pray. We want to understand the goal of life. Then the next day you get up, hey, what all these things? No temples, nothing. I came to America for career. I came to America to enjoy, to make money. So you're impelled by desire. You're impelled by especially sex desire. A strong attraction, man. Mode of passion represents attraction between man and woman. And fruitive activity. What will I get? So I gave the examples of Ramana, Vibhishana, Kumbhakarna, right? So a mode of passion, people of mode of passion are performers, the doers, but they're controllers. And they get results. And the only problem is because they're self-centered. When somebody gets something that they don't get, they become envious. They become envious. And that's for that reason, even though they're performers, they have everything, sometimes they're sad. They also, what is that? Depressed, mental problems. Mode of ignorance means helplessness, doing wrong things, fully drunk, don't know what is right, don't know what is wrong, sleeping all the time, I explained to you how the world is controlled by three modes. There are only three modes, but all the activities. And today, anyway, laws of karma, the fifth topic of Bhagavad-Gita. What are the 5 topics? Ishvara, the supreme controller, Krishna. Jiva, the living entities, we. The third one is a Prakriti, material nature, this material world, which keeps on changing. The fourth one is Kala, time factor. By the power of time, we all have to become old, and one day eventually we have to quit the body also. Birth, old age, disease, and death. But spiritual world, there is no impact of time. In Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavan, there is no impact of time. Time doesn't destroy. Days change, but the time will not destroy anything. Nimesha ardhakya va vrajati nahi yatrapi samaya. So today, with that background, laws of karma. What is karma? Why bad things happen to good people? Why good things happen to bad people? What is law of karma? Hey, here I am, I try to help others. But sometimes bad things happen to me. My next-door neighbor, very political, very manipulative. Look, he's enjoying better than I do. Why bad things are happening? Why bad things happen to good people? Let us discuss today. We'll finish it, even if it's late. In this world, some are born rich, My request, just pay attention. You can ask questions at the end. Some are born poor. Some are born strong. Some are born weak. Some are born beautiful. Some are born not so beautiful. Some have a lot to eat. Some don't have anything to eat. Some get good education. Some don't have basic needs. Some are fire. Some are dark. Some stay in a mansion, but some stay in a hut. Some are born to rich parents. Some are born to poor parents. And overall, irrespective of what we see around, we see a lot of suffering. Whether you're rich or poor, whether you're rich or poor, or beauty or ugly, educated or not, when you have everything or not, there's suffering. Birth, old age, disease, and death. Corona has claimed 230,000 lives already. And sometimes a calamity strikes. People say God is not there, God is cruel. Is God responsible for our suffering? Is God partial? Is God cruel? So today's session decides that. Interesting, everybody, do you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So God has come back to a judge. So on any day, a judge would award a rigorous imprisonment to one person and some money compensation to another person. So can you say God is very partial to the person to whom he is awarding the compensation, and he is very cruel to somebody he is awarding rigorous imprisonment? Can you say that? Huh? Can you say that? No. Why? It is based on the, it is not partial, it is based on what we have done. What we have done, and he will try the case, he will judge the case based on the laws. Right? Krishna explains this wonderful verse. Krishna says, God means Bhagavan Krishna, according to Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna is Supreme Lord. Practically every Acharya in India, Ganeshi also, who wrote Bhagavad-Gita, agreed, accepted it. Samoham sarabhuteshu name dveshasti na priya ye bhajantu te mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Arjuna, I am equal to everyone. Like if you accept Krishna as your friend, Krishna will become your friend. So you say, Krishna, my Lord, you come into my life 99%, he'll come 99%. You say 50%, he'll come 50%. You say don't come, he'll not come. But the Maya will come. The three modes will capture you. But Krishna is neutral. Name dveshasti na priya. Nobody is dear to me. Nobody is not dear. Not dear. No, sorry. Nobody is dear to me, or nobody is what do you call? What is opposite of dear? I don't hate anyone. I mean, I don't dislike anyone, or I like anyone. As simple as that. So Krishna does not hate anyone, or Krishna does not like anyone. Krishna is like a mirror. The way you approach, he'll respond that way. I have a question for all of you. See the government, like an American government or any government, Indian government. So if you Lead your life like a responsible citizen. You get the facilities of citizens. But if you violate a traffic law, or if you violate the local civil laws or criminal laws, then you get punishment. You agree? You're all listening, right? You agree? Is government cruel to you?
No.
Government is not cruel to you. Because they have to run the show, they have come up with certain rules and regulations. Why now, for example, when you take the license, they are thoroughly tested when they give you the license. So, but you are also, you're writing an exam, then you're giving a test of driving, and you're, with the, they are giving you the license with the full faith. You will obey these laws. Imagine what if you drive 90 at 45, even while giving the driving test. They'll fail you. And you'll never get the driving license, right? But after you obtain it, if you drive 90 at 60, they'll give you a ticket. Is government cruel to you? Huh? Is government cruel to you? Rahul Guru?
No, Prabhuji.
So,
They are not.
right, they want to run the show. They want to run the organization. Sorry, they want to run the society. For that, they have lost. That's it. So you should understand this point. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Prabhujis and Matajis, sometimes people think, like for example, you're driving 70 at 45. If cop is not there on the road, you may not get the ticket. But God is not like that. Krishna says in Gita, Udrashta, Janamanta, Bharta, Bhakta, Prabhurevacha. He is present, Arjuna. I am present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. Means if you do wrong thing, nobody knows, but he knows. Forget about doing. If you think of it, he knows. He's the closest person. And he knows everything what you think of. So we are stopping the session for 10 seconds. Every one of you, imagine there is a super soul sitting next to your soul. Your soul is present in the heart, right? Paramatma, the super soul is next to you. He's the closest person. Do we acknowledge that? No. We always think we are this body, right? So I'm stopping for 10 seconds and close your eyes and imagine the picture that you're seeing on the screen. Is there, is present in your heart. You all agree? Huh? Can you meditate for 10 seconds? How many of you meditated?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
No. Who else?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Anybody else meditated the 10 seconds on Super Soul, Paramatma? Guru Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. I see somebody, Jagaya Gurang.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Did it. Nityananda Prabhu? Kamini Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Sirisha Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, thank you. That's important because once we understand what is the problem today, everyone does wrong things and we know nobody is doing anything. Things are going very well. even if I do wrong thing, and everyone is doing wrong. That's why it is valid. Definitely not. Definitely not. Now, the definition of law of karma, this is very important. America, everyone knows today karma is English word, but nobody knows what it is. What is law of karma? You know, what is law of karma? You should understand 3 points. One is we are spirit soul. 2, because we declared rebellion, we are caught by Maya, 3 modes. My question to any one of you, what are the 3 modes?
Sattva, Rajo, Tamo.
Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Thank you. And you are also under the purview of time. So what is the definition of karma? The activity done by us, a living entity, soul, who is under the control of 3 modes, who is under the purview of time, whatever action he does, it has a reaction. This is called karma. How many of you understood? If you want, I can repeat. Very important, Bill. Very important. What is that? So should I repeat the definition?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Should I repeat?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Action done by us, the jivas, the living entities, who are bound by 3 modes, who are under the purview of time, whatever action they do, whatever activity they do, it has reaction. That is called karma. How many of you understood? It's very important. Even if you, is it clear? Padma Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, got it.
So, okay, then, but you all know Newton's third law. Every action has equal and opposite reaction. It is not only Newton's third law, it is nature's law also. Whatever we do, we'll get a equal and opposite reaction. You know? In other words, if you sow, whatever the seed you sow, you'll get the same fruit. So, you know, what is that? As you sow, so shall you reap. If you sow an apple seed, you'll get an apple tree. Yeah. You know, if you sow groundnuts, you'll get groundnuts. Whatever you sow, you'll get that fruit. So how does the law of karma work? We are spirit soul. Where am I? In the material world. What is the situation? We are in the material body, bound by 3 modes. Who is controlling me? Time. Who is watching me? Paramatma. My request to you, to make you understand this, I will read, please read. Can somebody read this? One person read it.
Who am I? Soul?
Second person.
Where am I? Material world.
Third one.
What situations am I in? Material body.
Next one.
What am I bound by? 3 modes.
Next one.
What is controlling me? Time.
Last one.
Who is watching me? Paramatma.
Yes. So, whatever right thing or wrong thing we do, we forget about thinking, doing. Thinking, a thought of envy, a thought of lust, thought of greed, thought of pride, or help where you want to serve somebody, you want to help somebody. Everything he knows. He's recording, he's watching. Upadrushtacha, Anumantacha, Bharta, Bhokta, Prabhurevacha. I want to go to America. Sometimes people say, I don't want to go to America at all, but somehow I ended up. No. You had the desire, if not this lifetime, last lifetime. And you desired it. You desired it, and Paramatma sanctioned it. Paramatma put a stamp, and the immigration they'll put a stamp. If Paramatma says no, And the immigration, even though you have all the valid reasons to get the visa, they'll reject. So, so we desire so many things, and we execute with the different, body and 3 modes in time. But Paramatma is the one who awards the results. I just want to bypass the screen. But today, now that it starts, karmas are 3 types. Karma is 3 types. Sukarma or karma. It will give you punya. So sukarma means activities according to Shastra, scriptural injunctions. Activities given in a Shastra, especially fruitive activities given in scriptures. If you do them according to the scriptures, it will give you punya, good result. Opposite, activities against scriptural injunctions, against Bhagavad-Gita, against Vedas, against Upanishads. If you do the activity against Dharma, against Shastra, it will give you bad karma. It's called vikarma. It will give you bad reaction. In other words, it will give you suffering, and it's called papam, sin. But the third one is also in the scriptures. It's neutral activity. It has no negative reaction, no positive reaction, but it will cleanse your heart, and it will take you closer to self-realization. It will bring you out of this world, and it will give you liberation. You'll go back to spiritual world. You will go back to Godhead. We'll see a karma more in future classes. How many of you understood this screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So 3 things, because we Indians know punya and papam, papa. But Indians do not know akarma. One day, one Chinese girl asked me in Carnegie Mellon University, "Hey, what is that a karma?" I said, "It is not a karma, it is akarma." So akarma Indians don't know. Only the readers of Bhagavad Gita knew akarma. Akarma means it has no punya, it has no positive bank account, it has no negative bank account. It is neutral. They say, what is the advantage of neutral? No, that is the best. Because it will cleanse your heart, and it will take you out of this world. It will liberate you. That's the best way, not take you out of the world. It will liberate you. You'll have a spiritual body free from old age, disease, and death. You'll have a spiritual body of unlimited happiness. You don't even know the word death. You don't know the word of old age. Don't know the word of disease. You will have a spiritual body like Narad Muni, like Mother Lakshmi, and like the residents of Vaikuntha. You'll have a spiritual body like lightning, you see, and you'll lead a very happy life eternally. That is a karma. So now, so karma means good activities, I told, right? So if you perform good, it's called good karma, sukarma. Su means good. So what happens? Good karma is like a positive bank account. Many people, many Indians especially, they go to temples for this. Krishna doesn't encourage that. Even though it appears very good, we'll discuss more. Anyway, good activities like giving charity, philanthropy. Like you're driving one day on the road, it's cold. Suddenly you see a person standing on the road. You take your jacket and give it. It's very good. But you have given this jacket because you feel bad for a situation, and you have given charity, a donation. So what is that? Okay, you have given food to somebody. You have given medicine to somebody free. These are all good activities. It will get you punya. So if you have unlimited accumulation of pious activities, you'll end up in after this life, you'll end up in heavenly planets. When 3 modes we are talking about, I told, if you remember, if you are in mode of goodness, you'll go to higher planets. Urdhvam gachanti sattvast. If you live in this world passion, mode of passion, not passionate, the word passionate that we use, but this is a technical word, mode of passion. Madhya tishtanti rajas. Again, you have to come to this world. If you live your life in the mode of passion, you have to come back to this life again. I mean, this world again. And if you lead your life in the mode of tamogun, ignorance, jagan vrattishta adhogachanti tamasa, you have to become an animal. Or sometimes you go to hellish regions, suffering only. So this has a lot to learn. Bhagavad-Gita has a lot to learn. Okay, people come to America, dollar is 70 rupees. But 30 years later, we have to go somewhere. Things like Corona come and if you are not fortunate, we cannot survive. Actually, everyone should congratulate Mother Kamini and Nityanand Prabhu. They just recovered from Corona. Congratulations, Prabhuji and Mataji. So anyway, the point is, so if you leave the world and if you live in this world, doing all the wrong things, Tamagun, then you'll be condemned to become a lower species, Hare Krishna. Sometimes trees. So dharma stands on 4 pillars. Dharma stands on 4 pillars. I don't know how many of you heard this. That's why dharma is represented by the legs of a cow. Do you know what are the 4 pillars of a dharma? Can you have somebody read these 4 words?
Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, truthfulness.
If you
daya satyam.
Huh?
Tapas shaucham daya satyam.
Oh, very good, Prabhu. So, if you open any spiritual book on Hinduism, you will find this, whatever Sagar Prabhu said, tapas, saucham, daya, satyam. Dharma stands on 4 pillars of religion. Tapasya, austerity. Human life is meant for austerity, tapasya. Saucham, cleanliness. We should be clean. Internally clean, externally clean. Do you know in India? No, I don't know now, but at least 30 years ago, irrespective of which part of the state you're from or which caste, quote unquote, you belong to, in India, once you go to toilet, I have seen many people in the past, they'll take bath and come inside. Who you are, you may be a teacher, you may be a doctor, you may be an engineer, you may be a simple householder. They have such cleanliness. If you go to toilet, especially you have to evacuate, you'll take bath and come in. If you take, at least 2 times or at least 1 time you take bath every day, that will keep your body clean. 1 or 2 times. But especially after evacuation, you have to take bath before coming into the home. Tapas saucham. And if you're married, you stick to one wife, one spouse, strictly. You'll not look elsewhere. That'll keep your heart clean. So to keep the heart clean innerly, to keep the heart, internally, to keep the heart clean internally, no extramarital affairs. To keep the body clean externally, take bath every day. Twice at least, or at least once. But when we go to toilet, we have to take bath and come. That is cleanliness. Daya, mercy. For the satisfaction of our tongue, we have to, 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 we have sorry, for the satisfaction of our mercy means we are merciful to everyone. For the satisfaction of 1.5 inch tongue, we don't take the lives of others. We don't separate a calf from the cow just because we have to satisfy our palate. You know, real God consciousness means, real Krishna consciousness means seeing the divinity in everyone. In a tiny insect, if you try to, when the insect feels feared, starts running for life. There is consciousness. So mercy means to understand this fact. Truthfulness, you know, we try to lead life, or we try to lead honest life. Not for the pleasure of anybody, for the pleasure of Krishna. Means we are not hypocritical. We know we are being watched. We are honest to the super soul inside. How many of you understood? Imagine if everyone is like this corona would have come? Would corona have come? No. How many of you agree? Let us be honest. How many of you understood these 4 principles of Dharma?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Just raise your hand or you say yes.
Yes,
Unmute.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Very important. So eating is not wrong, but you should know what to eat. You know, we should know what to eat. Are they eating anything and everything that has life? Stock market, practically every country's stock market lost millions and millions of crores. And because of the corona. It is just because someone doesn't know how to eat. And, you know, getting married and enjoying, what is that, to give birth to children is nothing wrong. But you should know, somebody wanted to try with the chimpanzee. That's what brought AIDS to America. How many of you think there is importance of Bhagavad-Gita? Once in a week, 1 hour. AIDS has, actually in 90s, America was ravaged by AIDS. Simple thing. If everyone in the world follows these four things, austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness, the world will become a better place to live. Right? Should I continue?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So the point I want to make is, I'm sorry. Can you see the presentation?
No,
Oh,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
No, Prabhu.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Just give me 1 minute. No, just I'll share it again. So when you follow these things, you know, tapas saucham daya satyam, then you will incur a lot of punya. And what is, if you act sinfully, that's called vikarma, against the scriptures, against Shastra, against the, you know, Upanishads, Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Bhakti scriptures, then what happens? You'll be condemned to, you'll be sent to hellish regions where there is suffering. So good activities will get you punya, heavenly planets, or in this life, you know, reach higher birth. And if you do wrong things, it'll end up, you'll incur a lot of sin and suffering. But third one is akarma. If you do the same pious activities given in scriptures for the pleasure of God, you will have no reaction. In fact, that will liberate you. If you understand only this principle, you live 1,000 years in this world. Nothing, you will not be touched by sin. And you will be liberated. Can you imagine Arjun doesn't want to fight? Arjun doesn't want to fight. But when Arjun understood after hearing Bhagavad-Gita from Krishna, Arjun understood Krishna wanted this fight. So to protect dharma, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. So the Supreme Lord who has come to establish dharma, he has arranged this war. So Arjun is telling, Krishna said, Arjuna, whether you want to fight or not, that's okay. The outcome is fixed. So, but you decide whether you want to fight or not. So, though Arjun doesn't want to fight, but we can just by being instrument of the Supreme Lord in uplifting dharma, he fought. And that fighting is actually, it did not give him punya or papa. It gave him a karma, it was liberating. Every arrow Arjun was shooting was liberating. Every arrow Duryodhana was shooting was actually incriminating him, because Duryodhana was fighting for his ego, fighting for himself. Arjun was fighting for the pleasure of Krishna. If you turn this into your life, if you work, everyone has to work 9-to-5 job. How to make it spiritual? Work for the pleasure of Krishna. If you take care of family members for the pleasure of Krishna, it will become a karma. It will liberate you. It will cleanse your heart. In other words, a karma means bhakti yoga. We'll see more and more in coming sessions. First of all, Arjuna is killing people. But not only sin was not touching him, he was getting liberated. You're understanding? Ah,
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, Prabhuji.
thank you. So if you live 1,000 years like this, for performing activities for God consciousness, Krishna consciousness, sin will not touch you and you'll be liberated at the end of the life. That is a karma. So karma or sukarma, you'll have a good action, you perform good activities, you get good results. Punya means you'll go to higher planets, or next lifetime you'll take birth in a very, what is that? Intelligence, beauty, all because of the good karma. Vikarma means you do wrong things because you don't know the rules and regulations. Then what happens? You have to pay a price for it. You say, no, I don't know, I never read Gita. In America, if you drive 70 at 45, what they will say? Take the ticket, sir, I don't know, sir. No, then take it. You pay one time, then you will never do it. Because there's a rule. So whether you believe in the rule or not, rules are there. That's important. So vikarma, it results in bad reactions. Bad activities will get you bad reaction. But akarma is an action with no reaction, but it will purify your heart, it will liberate you. That is bhakti. We'll see. So my question, very important, is in India, there is one book called IPC, Indian Penal Code. Also CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code. So IPC, what they say is, more than what you do, what is very important is your intent. What is important is your intent. Like, for example, your next door neighbor is not there. You went and broke open their door. You went and broke open their door to save their child who was inside because the house was on fire. That breaking open of the door is actually good karma. It doesn't tell punya. Neighbor is not there, you broke open the door to steal. It is bad karma. So, more than activity, why you are doing it? Every point is important. You're following it, right? Now, one more point. One more point. So, karma depends on Desha Kala Patra, time, place, and circumstances. Karma works differently for different people. Should I tell you example?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
How many of you want to hear example?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
A wife and husband, when they engage in procreative activity, in other words, a sex life, to give birth to children, it gives, Krishna says in Gita, that is me, kamosmi bhartarshava. They get, it's good karma. If they enjoy their life in a very regulated way, it gives them good karma, punya. But a sannyasi, a monk, if he engages in sex life even once, it will result in heavy bad karma. Clear? Clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
So, what is that? The time, place, and circumstance, it matters a lot. You know? And I have a question for all of you before we go forward. I want to make it interactive so that you'll understand. Prabhu, let me ask this question. Whom should I ask? Guru Prabhu, what lunch you ate last year, February 1st? Do you remember?
No, Prabhu, I don't.
Thank you. So let me ask this question. Nityanand Prabhu, you're there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
A month ago, what lunch you ate? You remember?
No.
So
No.
we don't remember what wrong things we did in when we were 10-year-old, when we were 12-year-old. We don't even remember what lunch we ate, but I told every action has equal and opposite reaction, right? First point you should know, we all took so many births, billions and trillions of births we went through this life. I mean, I know we have taken birth and we led the lives, and they're all registered. They're all actions, they're all stored in a supercomputer, and at the right time they'll manifest. You know, if you have done like in the last lifetime, you have hurt somebody or you took food from somebody. So I mean, you removed plate of food from somebody. This lifetime you'll not get the food. Why I'm telling this is we don't know this. Many people don't know this. Many people think I only have one lifetime. No, no, no. Krishna says in Gita 2.12, we have gone through so many lifetimes. Natve vaham jatunasam, natvam neme janadipa, nachaiva na bhavishyama sarve mataparam. We went through so many lifetimes. And people don't remember that. Can somebody read this line? Please.
In Taiwan, dead babies or fetuses could be bought at $50 to $70 from hospitals to meet the high demand for grilled and barbecued babies. What a sad state of affairs.
Hare Krishna. No, people, they're, I mean, this is not a hoax. It's reality, yes. And you're just for the satisfaction of your 1.5 inch tongue. Once it is gone, it goes down so difficult to digest. Is everyone watching? How
Yes,
many?
Prabhuji.
You watched? You all watched, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
I have, a,
Prabhuji.
I have a question for all of you. If this person did not have food, I mean, if a person doesn't have food and born in some remote parts of Africa, or he was exposed to so much of suffering, I have a question for all of you. Is Krishna responsible for that? Huh? Ralro?
No, Prabhuji. He got. So what he did, he got the outcome.
Reaction. He got the reaction. So it's life. Human life is a life of responsibility. You don't know the three modes, they'll pull you down. They pull you down like anything. Sometimes I have a request for all of you. Take a pen and paper and write down what is happening in your mind just for one day. What is all happening in your mind? And give it to your next door neighbor. Give it to your colleague. See whether they will invite you for lunch or not anytime. Will they invite us? Or let us be honest. Huh? Will they talk to us? Huh?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji.
Oh, you're so cruel. You're so bad. You're so nonsensical. Gee, I don't want to look at your face also. So, Jagaya Prabhu, you accept that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So today, we are trained to speak so nicely, but our mind is contaminated. And we are thinking, okay, after 20 years, my mind will become clean. Okay, don't clean your home. Do you think after 20 years it will become clean naturally? Definitely not. So anyway, karma is two types. Instant karma, delayed karma. What is that? Karma is instant, karma is delayed. Instant karma means like ATM. You take, you put your card and you'll get the money. Delayed karma means somebody gives you a check, you deposit, you will, after 3-4 days, that money will be deposited into your bank. So likewise, if you sow a mustard seed, you'll get the fruit in 20 days. If you sow coconut seed, you'll get the result in 20 years. You're understanding? I'm sorry I'm asking you because if you understand, it'll change your life. Everyone. If you can actually unmute and answer, just say yes, I'll go forward. Sometimes
Yes, Prabhuji.
the reaction will not come so fast. Sometimes it takes lifetimes actually. Sometimes it takes 10 years, and sometimes it takes 10 days. Sometimes you get the result in 1 hour. Should I continue?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Guruji.
So it is like, you do something, you speak wrong, and instant karma means slap. Somebody will come and beat you up. And delayed karma means court case. If you end up in a court case, you should know you got into delayed karma. So anyway, I have a video here. You want to see the video? Understood?
Instant karma.
Instant karma. Raghu, you saw that?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Just the horse came out.
What is that?
The horse just kicked, I think.
What he did, he tried to burn the horse back. And horse kicked him immediately. The immediate karma. He's trying to harm the horse, and horse kicked him. Action got reaction. Cleared? Or I can show again. Clear, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, actually, I'm trying to give these sessions online. I never give online. So always, one-to-one. But because of Corona, I had to do this. So then there is a delayed karma. Please watch, please. How many of you understood? I don't know whether everyone watched it or not.
That elephant remembered.
Ralvo, you saw that?
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So in the childhood, what he did, he tried to tempt a horse and he didn't give it. And 20 years later, he was slapped by an elephant. Just an example for karma, delayed karma. Sometimes you say, like, hey, I met with an accident. I was hit exactly here. 2 inches, I would have lost my eye. What happened? I just recovered. Luck. So, the point I'm making is every action has equal and opposite reaction. And every action has equal and opposite reaction. And it is all written. There's a book called Manusmriti. Indian IPC code, Indian penal code was taken from actually Manusmriti. Anyway, there's a different topic. But now listen carefully. We are coming to the very crucial point of our program. What is that? Now, can you see somebody on the screen? Who is that?
Dhritarashtra and Sanjay.
Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra was born blind. And Dhritarashtra, where was he born? Not like you and me. He was born in a family that would rule the whole world. As a head of the family, as the eldest son, he would have become emperor. But unfortunately, because he was blind, he did not get the opportunity to rule the world. So one day Dhritarashtra asked Krishna, my lord, why you made me blind? What wrong I did it? I would have become the emperor if I had no blindness. Then I was so sad. I could not become emperor, but my brother became emperor. Then what happened? He had only 5 sons. I had 100. I was so glad. Then the kingdom, my brother died, and it came back to me. I got the kingdom, I got the children. And my brother died, he had only 5 sons. But my lord, what you did? All my 100 children were killed. Why you did this? Why you made me blind in first place? Dhritarashtra asked Krishna. You want to hear the answer? You people. How many of you want to know the answer? Raise your hand. Or say you want to know the answer.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I think
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Actually, no, this is actually the answer for this is why bad things happen to good people. That's why I'm actually promoting everyone. Krishna said, Dhritarashtra, 100 lifetimes ago, you were son of a hunter. One day, you climbed the tree, and there a bird with 100 children. A bird was there with 100 children. You blinded the father bird, and you put the nest on the fire, killing all the 100 baby birds. Because of that, this lifetime, you were born blind, and all your 100 children were killed. Dhritarashtra said, my lord, if I had if I had blinded a father bird 100 lifetimes ago, why did you take 100 lifetimes to avoid me blindness? Why you did not make me blind the next life? Krishna said, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So, because you have killed 100 children of that father bird, you need to get 100 children. Means you need to accumulate enough pious activity, enough punya to first give birth to 100 children. You have taken 100 lifetimes. But in this 100 lifetimes, you have accumulated more good karma, which has qualified you to qualified you take birth in a royal family. But that one thing remained, every action has equal and opposite action. How many of you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Guru Prasad Prabhu.
Yep. Yes, Prabhuji. I just told.
Mother Priyanka, Nityananda Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Guruji.
Thank you. But I want to tell you one point. Because most of the time we think it's one life, and whatever wrong is happening, we think it's one life, and I have not done anything wrong. Why it's happening? But we do not know. We are going through millions and trillions of lifetimes. This is only a tiny life. So Dhritarashtra is an example of delayed karma. Actually, I want to tell you this. Karma is individual. Karma is also collective. So somebody takes birth in a family means he'll give some happiness to that family and he'll give some distress to that family. So he has some individual happiness and distress, and with that whole family, he has some collective happiness and collective distress. That's why karma is individual. Karma is individual, but karma is a collective. Karma is individual and karma is also collective. Sometimes a community suffers. A bus load of 50 people, they have collective karma. They all plan. The bus plunges into river, and they'll die. So karma is a collective. Karma is a individual. Oh, I don't know all these things. Laws of karma and all, I don't know. I've done so many wrong things. Even if I don't know, will it work on me? Answer is more or less yes. The good example is America. You come to America, you just get the driving license, and you start driving on American roads. Roads are very good. Wow. 60, 70, 80, 90, your friend says, hey, don't go that much fast. Cops will come. Hey, nobody's there, don't worry. Suddenly you see the blinking of lights. And your friend says, stop. And cop, gentlemen, you're driving 90 at 60. Why? take your ticket. Sir, I don't know, sir, please. Then what he'll say? Then you should take it. You'll never do it again. Right? You will never do it again. Ignorance of loss of karma is not an excuse. Okay. Does bad karma and good karma nullify each other? I wish yes, but it's not. Okay, I don't know this, and I have so many bad things I've done. So to balance that, I'll do some charity. I'll help somebody. That way, I'll balance. No. For the good 7 things you have to enjoy. For the bad 4 things you have to suffer. They don't cancel each other. They don't cancel each other. You will enjoy 7 good reactions and suffer 4 bad reactions separately. And my request to all of you, this one point, if you understand, your time to the time you're spending to attend this session, your time is saved. I mean, you get the result. Just please understand this one screen. Ready? Rahul Bro?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You know what is this? It's called, in America, they're called silos. In India, the farmers, they also have thatched sheds where they store all the grains. I wish I don't know how many of you are watching me clearly. So this example is enough to understand loss of karma. Why bad things happen to good people. Dhritarashtra example and this granary silos example. Can you see my computer pointer? Can you see the silos? They are cylindrical shaped, shaped structures. Can you see them? This one thing is called silo. You're all listening, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
2018, you have harvested A-class basmati rice and you poured up to here. Can you see my the mouse pointer? So you pour all the grains in the silos up to here. 2018, you harvested A-class basmati rice. 2019, you did not get basmati rice. I mean, silos are the silos are granary tanks. Means that's where you store your grains. Like for example, 2018, you had 50 bags of basmati rice. So what you will do? From the top, you'll pour on the top. And it came up to here. And farmer's wife will open it from here. And what will come out from here? When you open it from here, what will come out? Anybody?
Basmati rice.
Basmati rice. 2019, you harvested a low-class pony rice. So you're pouring it from the top. Farmer rice pouring from the top. What is that one? A low-class pony rice is pouring it from here. The farmer's wife opens here, starts taking grains. What will come out?
First basmati if it is there, otherwise ponni rice.
But it is there, 50 bags you poured, right?
Yeah.
Now my question to all of you. The farmer's son said to the farmer, Dad, we are pouring pony rice. What is coming out? Basmati. It means the The granary is converting everything into basmati. Hari bol. And what will the farmer say? No, beta, you don't know. 2019, we harvested 100 bags of, not 50 or 100 bags of basmati rice. And whatever you pour, what will come out first? Rahul Prabhu? Irrespective of what you pour, what will come out first?
Basmati rice.
That's it. So today, you are trying to do, your neighbor is doing nonsense, but he has purchased a BMW car. He is doing very well. He is political. Means what he is doing? He is pouring pony rice. But in the last life, in the last years, he poured basmati. What is coming out? Good things are coming out. He's a bad guy, but good things are coming out. In your case, you are very good. But you are pouring basmati on the top. But last year you poured low class pony rice. What is coming out? Pony rice will come out, though you are pouring basmati. But it will take some more time for you to wait so that good things will happen. Whatever you pour, that will come. Sometimes at one juncture, basmati and pony rice mix will come. You get a phone call. You are chosen as a CEO of Citibank. Wow. And 2 hours later, you get a phone call. Your dear father or mother left the world. Is it possible or not? How many of you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Whatever you pour, that will come out. First in, first out. If you understand, you will patiently wait. Whatever you pour, that will come out. Right? Whatever you pour, that will come out. Mother Priyanka, you understood, Amma?
Yes, Guruji.
So somebody comes and tells you we are doing all the good things. Why bad things are happening? We are very good people. Why bad things are happening? What will you say? Can you give the Silas example to them?
Yes, it's their old deeds.
Exactly. We don't know what we did wrong. You know, the past karma is fructifying, but continue doing good things. Good things will happen to us. You know, right? So now, I mean, before we continue, I'm just taking a recap. We have a desire. Material nature tries to satisfy our desire, and super soul is the judge. What are the 3 types of karma? Any karma that we do as per the Shastra, it will give us good results. Punya. You know, any results we do against the scriptures, it'll end up it'll give us papam, suffering. And akarma, sorry, small spelling mistake. Akarma means it has no reaction, good or bad, but it will cleanse our heart and it will give us liberation. Best example for akarma is bhakti. Karma is 2 types, instant or delayed, instant and delayed. Sometimes we get instant reaction, sometimes we get a delayed reaction. You know, laws of karma works on whom? Collectively, individually. Actually, I forgot to tell a story on that. Can I tell a story?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
One
Prabhuji.
day, one marriage party was going through a forest. You know, marriage party was going through a forest. Suddenly what happened? You know, it started raining. So they found an abandoned home and they all got into the home. But the sky was thundering, lightning. The marriage had thought, I think looks like one person here, his time is up, it's time to go. But nature doesn't want to kill everyone for that one person. So I encourage everyone, one by one, go and stand under the tree for a few minutes and come back. Oh, everyone agreed, including this old man. There was one old man in that room. In that home, abandoned home. So the marriage party people, one by one, they would go and stand under the tree, and thundering, but the lightning is not occurring. So one by one, everyone would go and come back. But lightning did not occur. They all felt safe, thank God. Finally, the time for the old man came. Old man went and stood under the tree. Immediately lightning occurred. Where? Not on the tree, on the building. The entire marriage party is wiped out. So the law of karma, they act collectively, they act individually also. If I don't know the laws of karma, will it still work? Yes. So ignorance is no excuse. Does good karma and bad karma nullify each other? No. We have to suffer for our, so we have to enjoy for, for good and bad reactions, we have to suffer and enjoy separately. Why bad things happen to good people? People suffer for their past reactions. Understood? Now we'll continue.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Actually, honestly speaking, I just have a question. Anyone has any questions so far before we go forward? Rahul, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
And yeah, one by one you can ask.
Is it COVID also like collective karma? Example of collective karma?
COVID, collective karma, yes. People of certain bad karma, they will suffer, yes. Any other question?
Prabhuji, just one question. Who created universe was created by Lord, but Lord has no starting, no ending. God has no birth, no death. Is it?
Yes. God is for Prabhuji, forget about God. We have no birth, no death. Soul has no birth, no death. Only we are changing the bodies, that's it. For example, today I wear this shirt. Tomorrow, when it becomes soiled, I take it out and wear another shirt. It doesn't mean I died and, no, we are only changing bodies. You attended Huyama session about the soul. The way we change the dress, Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya navani gruhnani naroparani tada sarirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehe. So the way you change the clothes, soul changes the bodies. But soul is eternal too. God, we call him Krishna. Krishna is also eternal. Okay?
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Now let him finish. Prabhuji, you're done?
Yeah, see that we are able to comprehend. But we see, as a soul, right? We try and merge with Supreme Soul.
We don't try to merge, bro. Like what is that? In a liberated state, you'll go to a spiritual world and you stay in your spiritual form and stay with your with the Supreme Lord happily. So you don't want to end your existence. If the happiness is like every minute multiplying, why do you want to end your existence? No, we don't. Soul is very active. And as I said, soul is eternal. Okay? You're listening?
Yes, Chi.
Rahul bro. It's not there. I think he dropped. Yeah, no problem. So anyone has any other question or comment?
Prabhuji, astrology, is it true? And astrologers, when we ask about for some remedy, they say that you can go to some temple and that is a remedy. So if we have karma already decided, is that remedies really will work, or what is it, Prabhu?
Nice question, bro. Thank you. Astrology is a shastra, part of Vedas. You know, Jyotish Shastra. You know, so yes, astrology tells what is going to happen. But let me tell you one thing. I used the third word, akarma, right? So unfortunately today, astrology is a science, but you don't have very good professor astrologers who can predict perfectly. And believe me, let me tell you, this is vast, Prabhu. There will be 100 factors why you are going through that. You know. So, but yes, you can find a remedy, no doubt. But the best remedy is akarma. Purify your heart. Sinful means sin has reaction. So one thing is we should stop sinning. Second thing is akarma. I did not tell purposefully. Akarma not only when you perform akarma, it doesn't have reaction for sure, but akarma also burns. Akarma also burns the previous reactions flow. Supposing you have done a sin, if you perform bhakti, akarma will burn that bhakti, will burn that sin. Clear?
Yes,
Clear?
yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So sometimes, okay, they tell you, you go to temple, but again it's fruitive because you're going to temple not out of bhakti. You're going to temple because you're going through suffering. Means your worship for a fruitive result is punya. We don't want punya. Our session is not done yet. I want to take questions. I want to see what's happening in your mind, because I don't know whether you're listening or not. And this is online session, but session is not over yet. So what is that? Akarma, it will burn the previous reactions. So perform bhakti or perform akarma. Akarma means bhakti. So anyone has any question or comment?
Prabhuji, I have one question. Prabhuji, is there a vidya to see how many good karmas we have left or how many bad karmas we have left?
What is the question? You said, is there any?
Vidya to see how many good karmas we have left or how many bad karmas we have left or something.
Vidya.
Yes.
Vidya means education, some knowledge.
Yeah. Can we know like how many like good karmas we have left or something?
This is Krishna Gita. Nice question. Thank you. There Krishna says in Gita, Kahano karmana agati. Prabhu, every minute you do, it has reaction. And the action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction. There are so many knots. Krishna finally says, for example, if somebody is hurting you, is it a reaction to what you have done in the previous life? Or somebody else is starting a new action? You can't tell. That's why Krishna says, Gahano karmana gati. Arjuna, it is very difficult to, to understand the functioning, because Prabhu, since time immemorial, you are doing activities and it has reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, so many knots. Like hair, ladies, they braid the hair, right? And if you put the knots like this and keep on putting the knots, so many knots. Krishna says it is difficult to untie. Cut the knot with the knowledge, with the sword of knowledge. So rather than, that's why I told you, even if you know what is action, what is reaction, end of the day you have to perform a karma to burn them. Why to waste time trying to understand what you did? Rather, you perform bhakti. We tell people to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhakti will burn the previous reactions, previous sinful reactions. Actually, Hare Krishna mantra is very powerful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Okay?
One more question.
Louder.
I have one more question. Is someone's vikarma can be someone's sukarma? Like, for example, someone got a job, and on the other hand, someone is losing the job for the same position.
Somebody is getting a job, and somebody is losing a job. Actually, let me tell you one thing. I have a story to tell you. On the very face of it, you cannot tell whether one thing is good or bad. On the very face of it, you cannot tell one thing is good or bad. I want to tell the story. One farmer had only one horse, and he had only one son. One day, the horse disappeared. One day, the horse disappeared. All the villagers told the farmer, bad karma. You have bad karma, your horse, so you have only one horse that left. Farmer said, good or bad, let us see. Few days later, this horse went into the forest, brought 10 lady horses, pony. All the villagers came, wow, fortunate. This horse has brought 10 horses. If you sell one horse, you'll become very rich. Farmer said, good karma or bad karma, let us see. One day, his son, he was trying to tame these horses, new horses. One horse, when he was training the horse to tame that horse, the horse became angry and pushed him down. By causing him to break, and caused the breakage of the leg. In other words, horse is the reason for his leg loss. His leg was broken. All the villagers came and said, oh, bad karma, bad karma, bad karma. The farmer said, let us see, bad or good. We'll see. And eventually, government, there was a war. Government had to call all the youth of every part of the kingdom. So from his village also, so many youth had to go. But because his leg was broken, the farmer's son could not go. But in the war, practically all the children who went from that village, they all died. Then all the villagers came and said, wow, how fortunate you are. We all our children died. But just because your son lost the leg, he's still alive, good karma. Farmer said, let us see good or bad. So the moral of the story is, on the very face of it, you cannot tell whether it is good or bad. Understood?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's a very nice example to understand this concept.
So, but finally, anyway, There is one more example. You know, how many of you want to hear one more example? Very interesting.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is that?
Yes, Prabhu. Ji.
Okay. So, honestly speaking, whatever happens in our life is for our good. Sometimes we say, when you get a job, God's mercy. No. Everything happens in our life is because of God's mercy. Just give me 1 minute, my battery is coming to an end. Let me charge my battery. Otherwise, we'll.
Um, just a quick question. Everybody is receiving our WhatsApp message from Sunday 5 p.m. Bhagavad-Gita group. If anybody is not there, I can share the chat, the link they can add.
I had link Prabhuji, but I'm not in the group.
Yeah, I'll add it. Yeah. Anybody joining first time today class by any chance? Somebody left. I don't know who left. I shared the link on the chat. If you want, you can use that. Thank you.
What is this chat?
This is our WhatsApp Sunday 5 p.m. group. So
Oh,
we
okay.
get regular updates and if I like.
Okay.
Priyanka ji, you joined today first time or I'm looking at this?
No, sir, it's my second or third class.
Okay, thank you. So you are into our group, into this group?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. So, can everyone see?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So what is the question you're asking? In fact, whatever happens in our life is for our good. Whatever happens in our life is for our good. So can I take 10 more minutes to finish it? Everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. So this story was told by a small 6-year-old girl in New Jersey. You know, I really liked it. And one day, one king went through the forest. And what happened? Suddenly, from nowhere, one snake came and bit on the thumb. And this king immediately what he did, he understood if the poison spreads, he'll die. He took the sword and he cut off the thumb. So he cut off the thumb. Everybody came and said, soldiers, oh king, alas, alas, you lost the thumb. So sad, so sad. But the minister was very pious. He said, my lord, whatever happens in our life is for our good. When somebody says like that, when you're suffering, how do you feel? The king became angry and said, put this guy in the prison. The soldiers arrested the king. And they put him in. So they were taking the minister to the prison. King said, whatever happens in our life is for our good. King said, yes, my lord. All right, then go and enjoy in the prison. They put him in the prison. King came home. 3 months later, he was fully healed, but of course lost the thumb. And one day he went to forest again for hunting. But then what happened? Some dacoits, they want to go for a loot. So they're trying to capture somebody to sacrifice that person to goddess Kali. They had a superstition. They'll get their endeavor to rob will become successful. But what happened? That person ran away. They were looking for a substitute. Suddenly, when they saw this king, this royal blood, right? So they arrested him. King was only one. There were many. King lost the way from soldiers. He went away from soldiers. King did not know what to do. They arrested him, took right in front of the Kali deity. And they told him, sorry, we are going to sacrifice you. You are in the last moments of your life. So they put king on a rock with a hand stretched to cut off his head. Then the priest saw the king doesn't have thumb. He said, no, we cannot sacrifice this type of person. He's not a full person. He doesn't have thumb. Take him out. This type of sacrifice is, not accepted by Kali. Take him out. The dacoits told him, so you can go home. Wow. What is the first thought that came to his mind? Whatever happens in our life is for our good. God took away my thumb and saved my head. Amazing. You listening?
Did he
Yes,
release the
Prabhuji.
minister, Prabhuji?
Nice question. So then he came back. And he asked, bring the minister out. So they brought the minister out and he asked one question. Minister, he didn't tell the whole story, but he said, now I believe whatever happens in my life is for my good. God took away my thumb and saved my head. But what good has happened to you? Just because you said that one sentence, I put you in the prison. Do you still believe whatever happens in our life is for our good? Minister said, yes, my Lord. How? My Lord, God took away your thumb and saved your head. Imagine, who would go to the hunting all the time? You and me. You are not a full man, but I'm a full man. They would have cut off my head. By putting me in prison, God saved my head. By taking away your thumb, God saved your head. Whatever happens in our life is for our good. Do you think with this so much of ego, so much of arrogance, anger, pride, if these problems are not there, the goal of life is self-realization. Goal of life is to realize we are soul, not the body. Body has to rot and die one day, right? Actually, yesterday, 2 days ago, I was walking. The weather was good. I picked up a leaf. This leaf was so good 6 months ago. But today, that leaf is ready to be disintegrated, ready to become powder. Today snowed. Tomorrow, you can't even see the existence of the leaf. 2 days ago, it was old. Today, you can't see. Likewise, this body is made up of the 5 earth, water, fire, air, ether, 5 elements. One day, it'll mix in, it'll merge in 5 elements. But we as a soul, we are eternal. We are stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Krishna wants to tell us to come, Krishna wants us to come back. So by exposing us to small troubles, he wants us to bring us to spirituality where we practice akarma, bhakti, to purify ourselves so that we'll go back to spiritual world. What is this world? Tell me honestly. You're youthful only 15, 20 years. Old age is 40 years. So Krishna wants to explain Dukhalaya Sashvata. I'm drinking a little hot water. Sorry, excuse me. The nature of this world is even if you're where are the kings of the past? Krishna wants us to convince this place is temporary and place of misery. Krishna is telling, come back. The goal of life is self-realization, purification of the heart. Krishna tries everything best to bring us to that conclusion. If from this aspect, if you analyze, whatever happens in our life is for our good. How many of you understood?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. My request to you, just 1 hour you come, the credit will come only with you. Other things, anything you work for the body, anything you work for the mind, that is not eternal, it will end with the body only. But anyway, I have a question for all of you. Good karma appears very good actually, because of good karma we have beauty, intelligence, relationships, money, better life. Because of bad karma we have bad relationships, ill health, no education, poverty. But my question to you, but actually bad karma, good karma or bad, punya or papa? Punya is like a credit card, positive account. If you have some positive account, you have to come down and enjoy. If you have a negative account, you have to come down and suffer. Though good karma appears good, still you have desire to enjoy, so you have to come down and enjoy for that. And when you come down, you'll do some wrong things. That way, cycle of birth and death, number 8. What is number 8? Infinity. Again, we do mistakes, right? Again, we do some bad karma. Again, some good karma. It is pushing us into the cycle of birth and death. My question to you, there is a pig, white pig and black pig, standing in a drainage, filthy drainage. Which pig you like? Huh? A black pig and white pig standing in a drainage, very filthy smell. Which pig you like? Pig is a pig.
None.
We don't want. So, though good karma appears good, because it is causing us to take birth, and when you take birth, we do wrong things again. We want neither good karma nor bad karma. Then what do we want? What should we do now? Akarma. Bhakti yoga. You do everything for the pleasure of God. You do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. If you understand this one topic, one line, our today's session, and if you act accordingly, you will attain self-realization. You will attain liberation. For that reason, Krishna spoke Bhagavad-Gita to Arjuna. Arjuna knows everything. Krishna is Arjuna to speak Bhagavad-Gita to us. What? Perform karma, perform bhakti yoga. You offer results to me. You'll come back to me. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskuru. Mahame vaishyasi satyante pradijani prayoshime. Become my devotee. Offer your homage unto me. You'll come back to me. So Krishna is demanding surrender. Krishna is telling us to perform bhakti. You know? So it is not over. There's a little like this. It's late now. We'll continue next week. You know, I thought it'll take, it's almost 2 hours now. So we'll end it here. Okay. Should we continue next week? Little more, probably 30% is there. Can we continue next week?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Thank you. We'll join next week. Thank you very much. And one point, last Wednesday, we had Diwali and Govardhan Puja. I want to cover that story. And also Prabhupada Disappearance Day, the founder Acharya, because of whom we are actually talking about Gita. Last Wednesday was his Disappearance Day. And I want to tell that, we will discuss one day. Thank you very much. Dandavad Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. We'll end it. Thank you, Mother Padmaja, Mataja, Dandavad. Guru Prabhu, thank you very much. Ram Krishna, thank you. Bharat Prabhu, thank you. And Sagar Prabhu, Nityanand Prabhu and Kamni Matajama, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please open your microphone.